Joining us now is David Albright, the president of the Institute for Science and International Security and a former nuclear weapons inspector. David, thanks for being here. Aside from party lines, why do lawmakers have such differing interpretations of the briefings on the damage to Iran's nuclear facilities?
Yeah, it's political for sure, because they're getting the same information, and of course President Trump has staked out a very kind of rhetorically extreme position. But I think there's a common agreement that the nuclear, let's say this uranium enrichment infrastructure was essentially destroyed, and that's the infrastructure that would allow Iran to make more centrifuges or to operate them. And so I think that's agreed upon. The process to make nuclear weapons themselves was certainly damaged. Everyone can see it. Up to 14 nuclear scientists who were leaders in that kind of nuclear weaponization program were killed by Israel. And it's damaged many facilities, or actually destroyed many facilities associated with making the nuclear weapon itself. Where I think the parties are really fighting is over this question of residual stocks of enriched uranium, particularly stocks of highly enriched uranium, the 60% material. And some think, oh, it was in Fordow. Fordow chambers collapsed. You can never get it again. Others think, no, it's been hidden away. So I think what the fight is over is these stocks of enriched uranium, and then some unknown number of centrifuges that Iran made but didn't put in Fordow or Natanz, and where are they? And so I think, and some emphasis. So the emphasis is just placed differently, and some worry that yes, Iran will never build up a centrifuge program like it had before the attack for years to come, but it could break out with the enriched uranium at some point of its choosing, maybe not in the immediate future, but a year from now, 2 years, and make weapon-grade uranium sufficient for a bomb, and reconstitute or refashion its nuclear weaponization program and succeed in getting something. So I think where there is, hopefully there's convergence, is that the negotiations coming up with Iran should be tough, and it's about ending their enrichment program. And in that process, we need to know where are the stocks. How much does Iran have? If it claims they're in Fordow, then there has to be a mechanism to verify that. And so I think where I think we need to come together is on these upcoming negotiations to demand a good outcome. And if Iran doesn't agree, then after all, it's a ceasefire.
Yeah, and your institute, David, for Science and International Security, has obtained several high-resolution photos of the damage done. Let's take a quick look at a couple of these. These two images show the Fordow nuclear enrichment site with a map of the facility overlaid. So quickly, what can you tell us about the damage done specifically here?
Well, and we've done this assessment that you can't just take a bunker buster and have it go through 200 feet of mountain. So they were looking for vulnerabilities, and we felt that the ventilation system was a vulnerability, and that turned out to be correct. I mean, we didn't fully understand the ventilation system, but we understood there was definitely one major system, and then we thought there was another vulnerability that turned out to be another ventilation duct. And so what you have is the ability of these bunker busters, and there are multiple on each shaft, ventilation shaft, just can break through, and they're essentially going through air. They're not going through the mountain. I'm exaggerating a little bit. There's structures in the ventilation shaft, but it showed, and we proposed this before, well, I don't know, a week or two ago, and in order to show that it was credible that the site could be attacked. And then after the attack, it was credible it could have done a lot of damage. And I think that debate is now over. But it was quite heated that people said, no, these ventilation shafts don't exist.
Right.
And so we feel vindicated on that level, and more confident and have an expectation that the facility was severely damaged.
Absolutely. David, so many questions left. David Albright, President for Institute for Science and International Security, thank you so much for joining us.